Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way.
Well, good Sunday morning to you. Welcome back to Millers in Motion. This is a very different video. I'm pretty much going to hit record and just talk to you guys. Lauren actually took off and went to the barn, so she's out riding Stella. She doesn't get to ride too often, so with everything going on, so she's actually doing that. But we just wanted to kind of make sure that we got a video out. This format is not going to be something that we do a whole lot of. We really want this to be shot a little bit better, and not necessarily just a fire the camera away and just keep going. So we really try to think out and think through a lot of our videos. But if you prefer this, or if you prefer the other way, or if you have a different format, how do you guys want to see these videos? We are going to be more adventure-based once we get this thing on the road. But for now, what we're going to do is, this is coming to you Sunday morning. So we release at 5 o'clock. It's about 9 a.m. I'm going to shoot through this real quick, and then we are going to edit it and upload it pretty fast today. So, a couple of things. Obviously, the rig is behind us, and it is home. So we went and picked it up. We didn't necessarily do the PDI video and everything. We really wanted to focus on just getting everything squared away. This is our first rig. We're going to full-time in it, and we really didn't want to shortchange that information. So we spent one night in a campground there at the dealership we purchased it from, which is McLean's RV in Sanger, Texas. If you're interested or looking at a rig and you're in the North Texas area, or really anywhere, Hunter, our guy, is phenomenal. Check out his channel. It's just The RV Hunter. You can check out his channel. It's just The RV Hunter. He does a lot more tours and that kind of stuff. Obviously, we're going to live in ours and do more of the adventures. But so let's catch you up with where we're at. The house is right there. So I'm looking back into the sun. And the rig is here. So, old house, well, still current house, newish current house. We are trying to get this on the market this week. So we had a bunch of stuff done. In fact, let me just show you real fast what we've had done. Oop. Hi, son. So we had to have the pool worked on. And then Lauren has gone through and done just some basic landscaping stuff. We had our deck completely redone, which in all fairness, we should have done a long time ago. And then on the interior, we just had some cleanup stuff. So a little bit of paint here and there. Redid some of the baseboards where the dogs had just kind of gotten a little out of control. And then on top of that, we also had the master shower redone. I'm gonna spare you from the shower. Now, some things that we've done here at the rig as well. You can see, so that's our 50 amp in. This is our standard 50 amp cable that came with the unit, but there's a connection there. So in our barn, we originally had a 30 amp connection. And when the general contractor was here working on everything else, we actually asked him if he would mind changing that out to 50 amp. Rig's not really intending on being here for longer than probably a month, maybe a little bit more. But what that enables us to do is plug in and not rely on the batteries. And so now we can function out of here. Now, obviously we can put water in from our house and use the onboard pump. We can even use it as a city water connection, but we don't have anywhere to dump. So to dump everything, we'd have to physically drive somewhere, and we're just not really gonna do that. So, accessories, things we've purchased for the rig. There's a lot. You can kind of see on this trailer back here, it's become our ifdo facto secondary kind of trash can as we kind of work on getting everything else. We've done the standard stuff that everybody seems to have done, right? So we got obviously our sewer hoses. I'm calling them poop chutes. I don't like stinky stinky. I think poop chutes more fun. So we have those here. They're installed, and we've already kind of done a few things. Like we went through, and this is a shout out to venturesome couple, Chris and Martha. That's your standardized kind of dirt dauber, keep them out of your filters. But Chris had a great idea, and there are a few other places on the rig that it can be an issue. And so what we did is he made one for the water overflow for the tank, because if that gets stopped up, it can create a weird pressure situation. So I actually took his advice, did exactly what he did. We added one there as well, and I promise we will get better at shooting all of that stuff. A few other upgrades we did, you can kind of see down there. So we added snap pads pretty quickly into our mix. Also, we added the secondary, it's kind of hard to see. We added the secondary valve here. Just another gate valve onto the sewer to prevent a little bit of overflow, just to kind of keep everything out of it. So as far as the rest of the outside, that's really kind of about it. We have chocks. We have X chocks. They're just not on right now. I can't think of a whole lot else. So this is going to be my one cut. So let's head inside. I just need to turn some lights on real fast, and then we'll talk about a few things we've done inside. All right, inside the rig. Again, really haven't done just a whole lot. There are a few things. So on our main living room TV, as well as the TV in the back, we added Apple TV. That's something we've always had at the house. Didn't have to buy that, already owned them. So those are installed. Also, this is sitting here waiting. As much as I like the idea of the stereo that comes in these rigs, never quite seems a very good quality. Even with the Rockford Fosgate upgrade, it still lacks a lot of bass, and I've tweaked the crap out of it. And I just haven't found a setting I like. So we are actually adding a Bose soundbar. I'm just going to mount it directly to the TV. So I think that's going to be here today. So when this comes in, I'm going to take that off and mount it using those brackets. The kitchen, we really haven't done anything in the kitchen, to be completely honest with you. I mean, we've added some little things like a little soap and sponge holder, and we have a zero water filtered pitcher that we're going to start off with while we figure out what we really want to do. The rig obviously has, like all Solitudes, has the whole home filtration. That's really for the bigger stuff. For drinking water and all that, I'd like another level of protection. So eventually we're either going to do a UV inline so that we have a secondary faucet on our sink, or we're going to do a bigger filtration system down in our wet bay. But between those two things, I'm not really sure what we're going to do. So for now, we're going to start off with the pitcher, and we'll just buy some bottled water. There's really not a lot else. So one of the biggest upgrades we've made... Oh, turn some lights on. One of the biggest upgrades we've made is actually, while this mattress is way better than a lot of the mattresses that come with the rigs, it's still not great. It's really firm. Lauren doesn't do well with a firm mattress. So we actually ordered a new mattress from Brooklyn Bedding. I think that's the name of it. So it's going to take a little bit to get here, but once it does get here, that will go a long way in kind of helping us out. Bathroom? Nothing yet in the bathroom. Everything is still pretty stock and standard in here, just because of we don't have a lot going on. We're still trying to get the house out the door, ready to sell, all of that. So we're getting there. Oh, here's a couple things. Let me turn y'all around. So we added the thin shade, which for some reason has fallen right now. And then this is just some cheap outdoor carpeting from Home Depot with some Velcro. And what we're going to do is we saw a couple of modifications to these stairs. So these are just the Camco, buy them at Walmart, stair covers. We're going to retrofit one for this top stair. And that carpet is going to go along the back side. What we found with our dogs is, because from this angle you can see through it, they don't love going up and down the stairs. So the idea is that will help them out. Two of the dogs do it fine. One's a little hesitant, but then Klondike, our older husky, he hasn't gone up the stairs by himself. We've had to lift him both times. And I got dark. So he's gone up and down the stairs a couple of times, but we've had to lift him every single time, and that's not something. He's 100 pounds, so that's not a lot of fun. So that is our quick update. Sorry this is not a more official video. I promise we will get back in the habit of that. We have a trip coming up this next weekend, just kind of a local. We're calling it our official shakedown, even though we've stayed in the rig one time before. But this next trip is going to be our official shakedown, towing from the house to a site. We spend a couple of nights and then come back. Some friends of ours might join us. And then after that, we have a few more things coming up that we're going to hit the road for. So stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more adventures to come. We missed Lauren in this video, but we wanted to make sure that we did something and got it out. If you guys have questions, ask us. We want this to be interactive. One of the first things we've noticed right out of the gates is how friendly everybody is in the RV community, and we've absolutely loved it. Meeting up with people when I was down in Florida, I actually met some new friends, Chris and Martha, the adventure couple, like I mentioned before. We actually hung out at Disney and had dinner together. The amount of people that want to be involved in the sense of community around this has been absolutely amazing and just absolutely staggering. Everybody wants to, everybody kind of wants to come out, see what you're doing, and hang out and have a good time. And that's generally, from the bottom of our hearts, has been great. So we want to compound on that. We want to make the community even better, even bigger. So forums, those types of things. Also, make sure and check out Lauren's blogs. She's been doing a great job as far as getting blogs and those types of things out. So we haven't named the rig. If you've made it this far in the video, what should we name our rig? So the truck is Pearl because she's got that pearl white kind of finish. Lauren coined that before I had a chance to have a say. But what should we name our Grand Design Solitude 390 RK? That's the big question. Thank you guys so much. Mom, we love you. We'll see you next week.